Real Country 1430 AM and 107.3 FM WRDN. Brian Winnekins from the NAFB convention in Kansas City. Thank you to our broadcast sponsors, including Alcivia Co-op, also Animal Wellness Center of Buffalo Valley, Annabis Silo, Osteoplastics, Compeer Financial, and Synergy Co-op. Joining us right now, Brody Stapel. He's president of Edge Dairy Farmer Cooperative. And Brody, thanks for joining us. Well, one of the big things, just before convention, it was announced a partnership between Edge and Minnesota Milk. Tell us about that.
Yeah, Brian, thanks for being here today and taking me. So this has been something in the making for a while, and Minnesota Milk came to us a few months ago and approached us, and we kind of explored the opportunity that we might have, and we already have quite a few Edge members in Minnesota, and as our footprint continues to grow, it was a really good fit. The two organizations are working for a lot of similar change on policy, and looking forward to moving forward with them.
And so now Minnesota Milk isn't going to disappear. It's just there's going to be some of the administrative things are going to be handled now by Edge?
Correct, yeah. Nothing changes from a Minnesota farmer perspective, but really we've just sort of taken on the admin side of that. So Edge is sort of I look at it as the mothership. In Wisconsin, we've got the Dairy Business Association that handles Madison policy, and now we've got Minnesota Milk that handles Minnesota policy. But the Minnesota members there were really looking for some more federal policy issues, to take on some more federal policy issues, and that's where Edge comes in. We have a really good team that works in D.C. and does a lot of farm policy, and we're looking to continue to add to our Edge family and continue to bring the voice of milk down to Washington, D.C.
Talking with Brody Stapel, he's president of Edge Dairy Farmer Cooperative. Today I had a chance to talk with Brody during the NAFB convention in Kansas City. One of the biggest issues right now, immigration. Is there a hope that during the lame duck here we can get this done, or is that a bridge too far?
Yeah, I think we've said the word immigration for many, many years, Brian, and really for us as dairymen and women back in the Midwest, it's about a sustainable and reliable year-round workforce, and having that workforce year-round, because as you know, you can't turn the cows off in September. We need those girls to be working all year long. So we do have that Farm Workforce Modernization Act in Congress. It's been through the House, for which we're thankful for, and we are hoping in the lame duck that we can get it through the Senate.
Meanwhile, the other big topic it seems like with dairy and agriculture in general, that sustainability thing and conservation and all of that, what are some of the things Edge is doing with that?
So as you may have heard, Edge is awarded one of the Climate Smart grants through the USDA, the $50 million grant, which is a big deal for Edge. We're one of the smaller players up in the upper Midwest. But, what Edge, we've got a sister organization I would call the Farmers for Sustainable Food, and they're facilitating and helping a lot of these farmer-led watershed groups get off the ground and up and running, get established. So we're hoping to continue to expand that model. It's been working really well for us. There's a lot of innovative dairymen in the Midwest. So we hope to continue to grow these groups and expand these groups. But also, the funds that we've received from USDA, we're hoping to really be able to help tell the farmer's story. So, farmers are doing these innovative practices, but we need to be able to get the data. What is that doing for my farm? How does that translate into a climate smart? How are we helping the environment? Because farmers do it because they believe in it, but how does that relate to the consumer? And to policymakers. So we're really hoping to gather data, to build that story, to continue to encourage more farmers to get involved. As you know, a lot of farmers are scared to try new things and go out, and so we're hoping to be able to mitigate some of that risk, so farmers would be encouraged to try new practices and continue to innovate, so that it's from the ground up and not from the top down.
That is Brody Stapel. He's president of Edge Dairy Farmer Cooperative. We're from the NAFB convention in Kansas City. I'm Brian Winnekins for WRDN.